Hey world, welcome back to another episode of Hey Janeé Podcast. I am your host, Janeé Bolden. I am a veteran journalist and media personality, and this podcast is all about helping creatives navigate life mindfully. This is my love letter to the world, my way of saying, hey world, and of course I want to hear it back.
Hey Janeé.
Hey, that never gets old. So today we're welcoming to the show none other than Atlanta marketing architect who has helped move culture behind the scenes and is now helping artists move numbers. None other than Nick Love.
I do. Hey.
And we have my illustrious co-host Zada Luby back in the building.
Always happy to be here, as always.
Love it. Now, Nick, every episode we do like to visit a moment of joy for the week.
Okay.
Let us know your moment of joy this week.
Like I said, too early this week. It's just, a few days in. But last week I went on my first solo trip down to Miami. Mm-hmm. Had a good time. Learned a lot about myself. Mm-hmm. Sitting on the beach and sitting by a pool. Mm-hmm. And had such a good time. I brought my daughter back down for a couple more days. So it was cool, man. I learned it was cool. Getting
Love
away.
it.
I needed a reset.
Mm-hmm.
Needed to get by some water. Mm-hmm. So I'm good, man. I loved it.
I was about to ask you the venue, but I don't know if we want to give them free advertising.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, hotel was cool though.
If they want to sponsor us.
That's right. We
Right.
Need to make a phone call. We ain't
So
saying
where
nothing
did
yet.
you stay?
The Mondrian.
Oh, I love it.
Mondrian South Beach. It was good.
I celebrated my 35th at the Mondrian and had a whole bunch of people stay there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I used my homeboy's universal room
There you go.
rate.
You did it right. You did it right. I ran into Nellie's baby mama at the pool.
Oh, you did?
Randomly.
I wouldn't even know who that is.
Me neither.
Okay.
Had no idea. Sitting in the pool, you just strike up a conversation with
Yeah.
somebody. I'm by myself. I'm just kicking it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like talking to somebody, and she's like, "Yeah, this my son's father." I'm like, "Excuse me?"
Oh, wow.
Randomly from Atlanta. Atlanta be everywhere.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, I live in Atlanta." Like me too.
Of
We just kind
course.
of started kicking.
Yeah.
It. Crazy. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Zada, what's your moment of joy this week?
I think it's the gym gains. The gym gains.
Go ahead, Jill.
For sure. The gym gains. I was actually there this morning.
Uh-huh.
And I was just checking. I was like, just a little bit.
You were flexing in the mirror and
Okay.
stuff?
You gotta flex. You gotta flex.
She said you gotta flex.
You gotta
Yeah.
flex just
All
a
right.
little bit.
That's so funny.
She ain't wrong.
Hilarious.
She ain't wrong.
How's your dad episode? Has the feedback been good from that?
It's been really good.
Okay.
It's been really good. That was so much fun to film too.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about it. Everything has just been like super positive from everybody in the comments.
Yeah. He's been getting a lot of
Yeah.
engagement. I really love that.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to resonate with folks, but I know I knew he had a story that was compelling that people would resonate with. Okay, so for me, my moment of joy, besides the feedback and all the growth with the podcast, so today got a little stressful for a moment there. So I have been working amongst my freelance jobs. I have been doing freelance event production.
Okay.
So I'm currently working with Lake Oconee Food and Wine Festival.
Nice. When is that?
It is March 19th through 21st.
Oh, it's coming up. Okay.
Yes, it's coming up. And matter of fact, I have an event for you to attend next week.
Please bring it
It's
on.
the media launch. So
do it.
especially with you
Is that
being
Lake
a food
Oconee?
writer. Yes.
Let's do it.
Not at Lake Oconee. It's at Capitol Grill, but
Oh, even better.
they will likely invite you to come to Lake Oconee
Say
as
less.
well. So we had our tasting today. We have a bourbon and bites dinner that's part of the festival. It was like I want to say a 5-course meal paired with different bourbons. So I was a little tipsy. I have sobered up a little bit considering what happened, but I'm getting to the moment of joy. The food was definitely
Okay.
a joy. The alcohol was also amazing. We had 4 Roses bourbons and Horse Soldier
There you go.
bourbons.
Oh.
And then I'm going to show you guys at the end the photos because the food was like nothing I've ever seen. The chefs there were so creative. But as we were trying to leave, my boss, technically, who I'm working with, he had promised me I would be back in time for the 4 p.m. taping.
Right.
So we're waiting at valet, and his car had a flat.
Oh.
Yes. So I'm like, here I am stranded almost 2 hours away from Atlanta. It's almost 2:00.
Right.
And we have a taping at 4:00.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? So I start pricing the Uber. and weighing out the things while he was talking to some of the folks at the Ritz. And I end up, the minutes are ticking. So I'm like, okay, I have to make an executive decision. I'm just going to call Uber. I think I found an Uber for like $120.
Okay.
I was like, that's bad, but not as bad as what you would think it would be.
For sure.
So I went to the car to get the rest of my things. I had left my headphones and my water bottle in there. And so I told him, I was like, I'm calling an Uber. And the guy that worked at the Ritz was like, where are you going? And I was like, Atlanta. And he was like, we have a driver that's supposed to be headed to Atlanta at 3:00. Let me see if he can leave earlier. So that was my moment of joy when Perry, who happens to be Employee of the Year.
Yeah, he is.
For
driving.
He literally just won Employee of the Year.
Oh, wow.
For the Ritz.
Go ahead, Perry.
So he pulled up. They had the courtesy Cadillac Escalade with the massage seats.
Oh, okay.
And my phone was almost dead. He let me charge my phone. He gave me the aux, so we were listening to a playlist of my choice. So it was actually, instead of being stressed out about getting here on time, it was a relaxing ride. I didn't have to come out of pocket for the Uber. You were flexible with us starting a half hour late.
Yeah.
All of that is joyful for me.
Yeah,
and that's all a win that I want to celebrate.
That was good.
That is good.
Yeah. So, Nick, we've known each other.
Has it been 20?
Has it been 20? Yeah, I
possibly.
No, because I think we met in 2005, right?
So yeah.
Because I left New York in 2005. You were one of the first people I met. I might have met you in 2006.
Okay.
But it was while I was living in Atlanta the first time when I was out of college. And I was freelancing for like XXL and SOHH, I think. And at that time, you were working with Shawty Red.
Shawty Red. Back then would have been...
Wasn't
early
it?
Jeezy, would have been Rock City, maybe.
Yeah.
Or one of them guys. It would have been early, 2005, yeah. 05, 06, yeah. It would have been just getting with Jeezy.
But I know we worked together a lot with the Jeezy. You sending me a lot of Jeezy when I was writing for SOHH and XXL. So yeah, we have known each other for a really long time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And really happy to watch your career evolve and your different steps that you've taken. You always make it look easy. You're always kind. I think that's a big thing because, I think in general, Atlanta people are chill and cool and easy to get along with. I think we have our community. We look out for each other.
For sure.
But there's always some people who are more standoffish than others, and that's not you. Of course, I think, I don't know. You tell me. Does it come with the job as a marketing person? You kind of be a little bit more outgoing and affable?
Yeah, but I've been a bit of a chameleon my whole life. So a story I rarely tell is my parents, when I was young, my parents were still like hustling when I was born.
Oh, wow.
And then at some point, my mother decided to like really deep dive into church. So I grew up in a household, maybe the first 4 or 5 years of, 6 years watching my parents. I seen all the craziness, right? Then one day we're doing church stuff. And also I'm athletic, so I'm doing sports and I'm trying to talk to girls. And then I can sing and I can rap as well. So I'm young. My older brother's 10 years older than me.
Oh, wow.
So I'm picking up all of his hip hop stuff. So I'm trying to be like my 10-year-older brother.
Yeah.
I'm following my mom, or being dragged by my mom to church.
Yeah.
We're in crazy neighborhoods, so I'm trying to be the neighborhood kid and the church kid and the football kid and the singer kid and the do it all. So you just kind of learn to adapt to everybody's thing so that you can fit in. So it made me very popular. Like I know everybody knows me, but I probably have a very small circle of actual friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I know everybody.
Yeah.
I can walk. I've never met a stranger. I can walk in any room and everybody, oh, it's Nick.
No.
Hell, in Miami, like I said, randomly, I'm sitting by the water, just kind of chilling at the pool, and a girl walks up. She says, "Nick Love." I'm like, who in the world would know me in Miami at the hotel? Like I didn't bring nobody. I didn't tell nobody I was here. She walks up. It was a girl that used to dance at Onyx.
Wow.
And she just happened to be in Miami.
Yeah.
And she just happened to see me sitting by the pool. I'm like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
That is crazy. So wait, I know you went to Southwest, right?
No, I went to Redan and I went to Stevenson.
Oh, you went to Stevenson.
Yeah,
that is right.
I was the first class out of Stevenson.
Okay, yeah, I did know that it was Stevenson. I just mixing up the
East Side
sides
kid.
of town. Yeah, I know you're East Side.
Very.
So Stone Mountain.
So okay.
Lithonia.
Sorta. So I grew up in Decatur.
Okay.
Like my parent, when I was born,
That's still East Side.
I
yeah.
grew up on Glenwood. My earlier years.
Okay.
At some point, we moved down to Candler Road and Flat Shows, and so my dad. It was weird, but basically, my dad again hustling and working, doing his own thing. So it's like we'd have a house, then we'd have an apartment. Then we'd have a house, then we'd have an apartment. So we kept moving up and down Candler Road. Just we'd have a house down Flat Shows, closer to like Wesley Chapel area, but then we. Be back in the apartment on Rainbow Drive across the street from South DeKalb Mall. So we just kept doing this. And then at some point around 6th grade, my parents moved to Lithonia. So I was off Marlboro Road. So Marlboro Road was Miller Grove, Redan. And then at some point, Redan, Lithonia, and Stone Mountain were overcrowded. So they took kids out of all three of those schools and stuck them in Stevenson. So when I graduated, we were the very first graduating class out of that school.
Oh, wow.
But it was great because, again, we met an entirely new group of friends. So we already had our people that we had grown up with from elementary school and middle school.
Yeah.
And it's something weird about the East Side. Like, we all know each other. It's like we all went to the same school, but we
Even
didn't.
if you didn't.
Yeah.
So it's like we all have this mixed group of friends that we picked up.
interesting.
So it's like strange. So people be like, how do you know him? And I'm like, I think we went to school together, but actually we didn't. You're just the friend of my other friend.
Yeah.
And you've been around so much that
Yeah.
you just became our people. It's the strangest thing.
Zada, where did you go to high school?
So I actually went to Shiloh. I was supposed to go to Stevenson
Oh,
because
okay.
my dad went to Stevenson.
Oh,
Who's your
okay.
dad?
Yeah, Zeus Luby. He graduated in 2000.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I came out in 98, so he's a couple years behind me.
Yeah.
Hard.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, when you were chiming in, I was like, she must know about that because I know she's from that
Yeah.
side of town.
Yeah.
And then my sister went to Redan, so
Yeah, and the thing is, and we didn't move. I lived closer to Redan, but the way they cut the district up sent me to Stevenson. So it's like I was in Lithonia, but got bused to Stevenson. So it was like it was real weird. But that's where I met Kenny Hamilton. That's where
wow.
a lot of my Stevenson friends came from Stone Mountain,
okay.
and so there was that. Like Kenny came from Stevenson. Greg Barenko, his parents that own Mercedes-Benz of Atlanta. Greg knew
that
there.
was.
So
I think that was the mutual friend that we
Greg,
had when we first
probably.
met. Yeah.
City Under Siege. My man City was
Yeah.
from over there. So like we all met at Stevenson. So we've known each other since high school. So I have
Amazing.
like this weird, Gigi that does brows,
Yeah.
All Eyes on Gigi. Gigi went to Stevenson with us. Like we have this weird, my homegirl Aisha who owns Fit for a Queen that does all the gown stuff. She went to Stevenson. So we all known each other since we were 13, 14, 15 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And you were so in high school. Were you performing in talent shows and
Yeah,
stuff like
I was
that?
doing all of that. I used to do the singing telegrams for Valentine's
Singing
Day.
telegrams?
What? We used to go sing. Yeah, we used to go sing to the girls.
Oh wow.
Because mind you, I'm singing at church, rapping at church,
Yeah.
singing at school, and playing football. So mind you, I'm the weird kid that's like doing the tough boy stuff, but then doing like the sensitive boy stuff as well. So I'm getting the girls, but I still do the thing to hang with the boys. So it was weird. Like it was a weird time for me, but I enjoyed it. I can't complain.
Did you struggle with that though, or you seemed like you were at
No,
ease?
it seemed-
Was it because you had the support and having older siblings? Did that help?
Yeah, like my older brother to me at that time was like the coolest thing in the world. My brother, like I say, he's 10 years older than me. So it taught me two things. One, he showed me what being a teenager looked like. Right?
Yeah.
My brother was a real hip hop kid. So he has the
Yeah.
airbrushed Belle Biv DeVoe overalls with the Bart Simpson stuff
Yeah.
on it. He's got the jewelry. He's listening to NWA.
Yeah.
He's listening to LL Cool J doing all the stuff. He's also, he bought a Jetta, put some rims on it.
Oh,
he
wow.
has, he has the speakers in his car. So I watched him and I'm like, all right, this is what it looks like to get older. But at the same time, keep in mind, he's 10 years older than me.
Right.
And then I have two younger brothers who are 8 and 9 years younger than me.
Oh, wow.
So even though I got 3 siblings, I came up like an only kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if
Yeah.
I get into it at
No, I'm
school,
similar.
I can't call my siblings and
Yeah.
be like, come up here and help me fight the kids. My older brother, he's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're 8, I'm 18. I'm not, you know what I'm
Can't
saying?
fight for an 8-year-old.
And,
no.
yeah, and the younger ones are babies.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, man. So I had to learn how to navigate with everybody. So I learned what fights to take
Yeah.
and what ones to talk myself out of and which ones to avoid. So you learn real quick. And I think it served me really well as I got into the music industry because you learn when to stand your ground, when to compromise, when to kind of do the thing because it's this you know what this business is. It's too many egos and you do a lot of chest bumping, especially as men.
Yeah.
It's like
So what was your first entertainment job?
my very first entertainment job, DTP.
Okay.
My man Goose, shouts out to Goose. He hired me. This is when DTP had their office right behind what was Visions. So Club Visions was right on P Street. Right behind that was a little brick building. And back in the day, you could go in these little books and look up record labels, right? That's where you would send your demos to. So I looked it up. I'm like, okay, Disturbing the Peace is right on P Street. I know what it is. I just drove downtown. You know, probably printed out whatever we were using for maps at that point. Drove downtown.
MapQuest.
Yeah, MapQuest. Walked into the
Zada,
office.
you don't know anything.
Yeah, you have never seen MapQuest. But I went there, knocked on the door, and I'm like, yeah, y'all looking for interns? He was like, yeah. And I just started working literally the next day. Like, I just got an internship. Nothing but just simply walked to the door. And started from there. I went from DTP. I went to DJ Toomp. Bernard gave me my second job. Bernard gave me my first paid job. Goose I was an intern. And the only way I was able to get money out of DTP was I had to lie and tell them that I would go out of town. And I actually ended up doing it. But like they was like, well, we need somebody to go to Macon and Augusta and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, I do that all the time. Never had been.
Right.
Never had been. But they said, yo, we'll give you the gas money and a couple extra bucks if you can take these DTP records. So at that time, it would have been Bobby V, early Duffel Bag Boys, Shauna, all of that. So that's how I ended up kind of making relationships in Macon. And when you go out to these small towns, I'm the Atlanta guy. So again, I make new friends and build my network from there. But like I said, that's the only way I got some bread out of DTP. I went from there to DJ Toomp, working with him with his label. And then from there, Jeezy. And then after that, it just
went up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you about something a lot of the audience might not know about, which is I think a lot of times audiences, we listen to music and we discover music discovery happens mostly through radio or YouTube or whatever. You've been part of campaigns behind artists that people think like blew up overnight. So I'm just curious, what is the biggest thing audiences misunderstand about how careers actually get started in music?
I think you kind of spoke to it, just the overnight thing. That doesn't exist. There are, now don't get me wrong, there are a few flash in the pans that have come through and had one song or just an incredible summer, right? They had a song that sparked and hit. But for the most part, the artists that we love, the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, the Jeezys, the Tips, all of that, those guys have been around forever. Those guys have been around, being active, moving around, building relationships, had teams, had management, had people working on their behalf to help build their situation up. I think that people assume it's just talent that does it. And don't get me wrong, talent is a key piece. Like at the end of the day, after all of the drama, the social media attention, the memes, all the stuff that we are entertained by on a day-to-day basis on social media, at the end of the day, if the person isn't talented, we kind of stop caring, right? So I'm very... It kind of irks me a little bit when people are like, man, it ain't even about talent no more. All they want you to, you just got to have some social media numbers. It's like, social media numbers means that you're getting some attention. Your talent is what keeps people there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the ultimate focus that everybody should be kind of focused on. But that whole, I can just make one song and it just work and I just become this overnight millionaire. No, that don't happen.
But I want to talk about the marketing a little bit because you're known as the marketing guy. And I think, especially when you look at Jeezy, which is probably the thing that you're most known for is your role in like helping Jeezy, get these back-to-back #1 albums. Right. What role did marketing play in that and like creating the branding behind him? I think when you think Jeezy, you automatically think Snowman, you think the Hustler, you think about even Boys in the Hood, all the stuff that came beforehand.
I mean, it was a lot of imagery that we used to really make Jeezy what he was. But like, and I probably should use a different wording for that because like Jeezy was that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jeezy was the guy who went to the strip club. Jeezy was the guy that was in the streets. Like, it's funny. Even if you watch clips or hear stories of the people who he's fell out with, all of them will tell you one thing about Shawty. He always got money. Like, it was never he ain't this, he ain't that. It
wasn't a rags to riches.
No. It was like, no, he had...
It was just this type of riches to that type of riches.
You know what I'm saying? He was always able to put his hands on some cash. So the strip club money, the affiliations with other crews and other brands that, everybody's heard of, like, those things were there. It was about putting it in a nice package that people could digest. Jeezy understood his brand. It was my job, Coach K's job, Kink's job, the people who were around at that time to kind of take what he was and make it digestible to the world. The average person has no idea what half the shit Jeezy was talking about back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of that was coded. It was a lot of trap talk.
Right.
If you was in the streets, you got it. If you was a street adjacent, you kind of got it.
Yeah.
But if you were just the average kid, college kid or whatever, or just the average 9-to-5, you had no idea what that man was saying. You know what I'm saying? So we had to kind of take it and make it to where people was like, oh, got it. Okay. His voice definitely helped. He sounded, believable. It's amazing how a voice can change the trajectory of somebody's career. But yeah, that Snowman, Coach K. Coach K came up with that, but it was the street team stuff that we did that really cemented it between me, Real. I don't know if you remember Tyrell Lewis from back in the day, but he ran Real Street Promotions.
I do.
Yeah, but Real, myself, the team at Def Jam, we all came together and just kind of built this blueprint that really, I think the coolest thing that we did was take a plain black poster board and just put a snowman on it. They didn't say,
no, I can see
Jeezy
it.
coming soon.
I
It's just a
literally
snowman.
can see that black poster with the
white
snowman on it.
And it made people be like,
and it was
what
so
is
simple
this?
too.
But it taught me everything. Like seeing it, because my first, prior to doing that campaign, I was so used to seeing all the wording, right? You got to have Young Jeezy coming soon, April 25th.
Yeah.
With the standout single, all the stuff. But the imagery alone of just that snowman, I was like, yo, it's so simple, but it works. It's like, it's perfect. And it made people be like, I don't know what this is, but I keep seeing this snowman. And the shirt took off, the posters took off, everything around it took off. And then when we came with the Trap or Die shit, that was. Now, we took that from Puff because he had the Vote or Die campaign. We're taking, what Jeezy was already known for, the Trap or Die campaign, the Snowman, gone. We couldn't be touched at that point. And we were extra aggressive about it. We were unafraid to kind of really get out. Kadife, guys like Kadife that were around, Malcolm,
Kadife's
Kareem.
very persistent.
Yeah, these guys were climbing light poles.
Wow.
And, expressway signs and putting posters up. Like, we were fearless back in that that time, but it paid off.
Yeah, I'm curious about what the challenges might have been. What was the most challenging part?
For what, the marketing side or just in general? That was a hell of a. What you want to know?
Give it all to me, both. Yeah, start with the marketing.
From the marketing standpoint, so the thing that we didn't invent the street team, but again, we were one of the most aggressive street teams out there. But also keep in mind, at that time, there's Grand Hustle that's moving around, there's So Def moving around, there's all these other labels. Those posters start to become litter at some point. So which means that the police had to start enforcing, which means the police started arresting. So mind you, I got interns. I got kids that are just college kids.
You got to be concerned about them.
That are getting locked up, that I got to go bail out for putting up posters. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're paying $500 fines per person to get somebody out. Then after they found out that we didn't care about getting them out of jail, they were like, all right, cool. We're going to lock them up. Y'all got to get them out of jail, but now we're going to fine y'all per poster. So every poster we pull down, we're going to stack them up, take a picture of them, and say, all right, cool, now it's $25 per poster.
Wow.
So the fine ain't just getting 4 kids out at $500 a pop, making it $2,000. It's $2,000 plus $25 times 200 posters.
Wow.
That'll make you stop. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the bigger things that we dealt with from the marketing standpoint. And at that time, MySpace was a thing. Getting Jeezy to deal with that was
it was difficult.
Yeah, he's like, what is this? I don't understand.
Yeah, because I think back then, especially for the rappers who weren't just storytellers, it's almost like telling on yourself or snitching or and then self-promotion. I think is difficult for anybody. I think some of us still struggle. Some of us love the attention, but some of us struggle with putting ourselves out there or how much to put out there and that kind of thing. And I can imagine someone who's used to some degree of privacy because their career demands it is going to struggle with that. That makes sense. Yeah,
because this is the beginning. Like I said, this is pre-TikTok, Instagram, all of this stuff. So now you're telling somebody who's always been fairly private, who has been told for years, you don't just point to yourself all day. hey, we need you to go take pictures and post them.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is MySpace, but it's still essentially what we know as Instagram now at this
social
point.
media, exactly.
So he's like, you want me to do what?
Right.
Take a picture of me in the studio.
Yeah.
Take a, like it just to him it felt stupid. So he was like, I ain't doing it. So trying to build his career when he's very resistant to everything that's like coming on the digital side, that was tough. The other part of it was Jeezy's brand was what his brand was, right?
Mm-hmm. So not necessarily advertiser friendly. Is that
not
what you're
even
saying?
that?
Oh,
it just wasn't safe.
Yeah.
The number of
that's true, that
shootouts
part,
and brawls that we got into
behind that,
it allowed us to really, really bond as a family and become like a real unit. But at the same time, again, I got college kids that's interning for me. These kids didn't sign up for that, but because they got on a black CTE shirt and because they're with us at a concert, because they're out in the streets with us and they're at Spring Bling or we're at Birthday Bash or whatever it is. Mind you, this is Gucci and Jeezy beef time. I got interns getting into full out
war.
Yeah, and they didn't sign up for that.
Yeah.
So it's trying to protect a bunch of people who didn't sign up for that. Watching the guys who are purely interns, but now they've assumed the role of I'm with CTE, so now they extra tough. So now I'm trying to reel them back in. Like, hold on, bro, like you ain't even that.
Yeah.
Like where did this come from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we really looking at a random kid, like,
so
for
now
real?
you have mentorship as well. That's part of your responsibility.
Yeah, because those guys wanted to feel like they was part of the thing.
The
And I'm like
trap life.
Throwing gang signs, and I'm like, hold on, this ain't. You go to Morehouse.
Exactly.
Hey man, chill. So
Yeah.
it was like that was seeing that transformation of just what how Jeezy's brand kind of like the blob. It's like you get around it and it just kind of covers you and you become part of the thing. So now you find yourself in fights and shootouts. And like I laugh about it now.
Yeah, because you can, because you're safe.
Yeah, but if my daughters, if they want to be in the music business and they were around a brand similar to what we had going on, I'd be like, hell no.
Yeah.
It's funny now. Like I remember vividly a brawl we got into in Daytona where I was like, I don't think we're gonna make it out of this. Like we got into a brawl so bad they had to shut the auditorium down, and we was out of town. And like this brawl went from the stage to outside the arena. We've had to be fighting for like 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
Like a real melee. I was like, this is crazy.
And where's Jeezy during this? Security has taken him.
No, fuck no.
Oh, he was in it.
What?
Oh wow.
The old day, Jeezy.
So it wasn't
we
the
were
days
fighters.
for security. It would just whisk the artists away.
No. Jeezy was
Everybody
with all of
was
that.
in it.
Jeezy was with all of that. And shouts out to my brother OG Clay, who raised me a lot in this game. Rest in peace to Clay.
Yeah.
You know, Clay was with Tip.
Yeah.
Clay was a fighter.
Yeah.
So whenever Jeezy and Tip was on the road together, it was us against everybody.
Yeah,
so it was
yeah.
Grand Hustle and CTE back to back, shoulder to shoulder. And mind you, I'm the kid from Atlanta. All these guys grew up together. So my first foray into tour, I'm miserable. I'm on a tour bus for months with a bunch of people who I don't know. I got hired. These are not my friends. These ain't my homeboys. These ain't my cousins. So they looking at me like, where the hell he come from? And I'm just the marketing guy. But mind you, I'm in it. So now when we get into some shit, I gotta fight too. I gotta do my thing too. And they like, oh, we like Nick, like he just like us.
Yeah.
So I kind of built a reputation amongst them where they appreciated, you know what I'm saying, kind of how I got down. But again, I could laugh at it then, especially in my 20s. I was like, this is fun. We got into a fight. It was a shootout. It was great.
Oh my God.
When I got older, I'm like,
what was I thinking? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nah.
Well, you said something interesting. It was a perfect segue for me to get into your personal life a little bit. You mentioned daughters, so you are a proud father of four. Yes. And I know you got married pretty young too. So what was going on with you personally as you're building your career? You're also having to provide and protect.
Yeah. So I got married when I was 20. Shit, was I 20? No, I was 24 when I got married.
Still very young.
But I had my first daughter when I was 22. So I had a.
Ain't that your age?
Yeah, I was 22 when I had my first daughter, and mind you, I'm just trying to get into the music business at the same time. I'm quitting jobs left and right. Like I never worked anywhere for maybe a year. My mom, the last job I actually had, my mom got it for me. I worked at the Fulton County Tax Assessor's Office. I was doing like well, I started doing homestead exemptions, and then I got into the tag office. That was the last job I had. That's actually how I met Kinky B. He was getting tagged for CTE, and then that's how I got introduced to him through that.
You were like, let me...
serendipity. No, he actually got helped by a lady who was like my coworker.
Oh, wow.
She saw, it said, at the time it said Young Guns Entertainment. That's what they were.
Oh, okay.
And so she was like, hey, Nick, like, I know you do the music thing. That guy right there works for some company called Young Guns. I only knew them because I had been in Macon doing the promo for DTP.
Oh, wow.
So I knew exactly who they were. They used to buy sneakers at the local, I think it was like Athlete's Foot at the time in Macon. They used to do like every year they would buy sneakers for everybody. So I knew who they were. I ran outside. I'm in my little shirt and tie, my little corporate little fit. And he's like, what you doing out here? Because he knew me. I'm like, I do, got to have a job, bro. I got kids, the whole night. He like, hey, we looking for somebody. I like, I'll quit right now. You ever seen like Wolf of Wall Street? The guy's like, if you show me that check, I'll quit right now.
Yes.
He was like, nah. I said, well, where the office at? He said, ain't no office. We was in Alpharetta. That's where the office was off of, I'm sorry. Yeah, where I worked was off Holcomb Bridge. He was like, we got a house 2 exits away. We working out of the house. I was like, bet. Sounds fantastic. How bad could it be? Quit my job to go work for Young Jeezy, who is not quite Young Jeezy yet.
Yeah.
And I was working out of a house in Alpharetta. That was like when you walk in the house, they called it Thug Mansion. It's all black carpet, gray walls. Oh, wow. It looks like a dungeon in the house.
It sounds
but it's a mansion. It's an Alpharetta mansion.
It sounds like a vampire's lair.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. And then imagine telling my mother who had got me the job. Imagine telling my wife at the time, like, hey, so finna go do this thing. And we got these kids. And she's like, but you quit. Not that because I wasn't a quitter. I was just quitting jobs that I didn't want to do. Like I remember working at Sara Lee, the bakery. It was right off of Panthersville. I worked there till first break. The first break, I quit. I worked at UPS. I quit the first day. Slept in my car for 2 weeks, so my mother thought I was going to work. Like I was just like, I want to be in the music business. I don't want to do shit else but this. So
there's no plan B. That was the
plan. So when I found it, I took the leap, and it just happened to work out for me. But shit, I mean, it was tough.
That's God.
All God. All God. I was good at what I do. I'm still really, really good at what I do. But a lot of that was in the right place, right time, God, luck, all of that. But raising kids and being married at the time, like it was a lot. Being gone.
Yeah. What was that like just for how difficult was that balancing, you're building your career, you've got the family that you're traveling, you're away from them all the time. You work, even if you're not away, you're working long hours.
Yeah.
Have your, and I know your daughters are older, a lot older now. What are those conversations like?
They were young when I was really doing it, right? So it's twofold. One, it felt really natural to me to do what I was doing because that's what I wanted to be doing. My wife at the time, very much an introvert, so very quiet, very laid back. I didn't really understand the toll it took until years later when we're kind of splitting. It's like, oh. And I look back at it now and say, damn, I should have handled that a lot. But a mature me would have been like, okay, gotcha. I get it. I was gone. I didn't quite see what it was causing and what you were dealing with. Because I would come home off a tour, or I'd just come home from late dealing with Jeezy all day. And I walk in the house and the house might be dirty. And I'm like, hey, man, like, you've been here all day. But me now understands that, yeah, you was here all day, but it was 2 kids in here driving you crazy. And it was almost unfair of me to walk in the door and be like, why did you not have a pristine, clean home by the time I got home? Like, that was unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? It was almost an unfair request of her to have it. Because she would look at me like, you don't know what these 2 terrorists did to me all day. And I'm like, it's only 2 kids. What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? At that time.
But there's there's no manual. It's like you almost wish that there was like a manual or some type of, I guess it's just a matter of, as we find community, learning to talk to the younger generation and letting them know, like, when you're getting into a marriage, when you're getting into a relationship, these are some things that you need to be aware of. This is how you communicate with your partner. This is what you need to take into consideration.
Yeah.
These are ways that you can support your partner. And I think often I hear, because I haven't ever said I do, but I do often hear that sometimes the second time around, you're better prepared because you have the understanding of what it takes to make it more successful.
You are significantly better prepared because you know where you went wrong at. I look back at that situation. I kicked myself. One, I think we would have still ended up. I'm almost positive we still would have ended up splitting.
Right.
But I wish I had tried harder because at least I could look back and say, you know what, I gave it.
You gave your all.
I gave my all.
Yeah.
I went to therapy. I went to counseling. I did the thing. I did this. I did that. We tried this. We tried different exercise. You know what I'm saying? And we just didn't work.
Yeah.
By the time we were trying to figure out counseling, I was already out the door. I was like, I'm ready to go. I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
But I look back at it and I'm like, damn. One, I wish she would have spoken more. Again, she's quiet, laid back. So I wish she would have said, hey.
Yeah, it takes two people to communicate.
This is wrong. I don't like this.
Boundaries.
I need you to fix this, or I need you to address it. Like I said, an older me also understands that if you take on one side, you got to give back on the other side, right? So it's kind of like you can't keep asking somebody to sacrifice for you and deal with you being gone, deal with the late night hours, deal with the people, deal with the phone calls, deal with all the stuff, and you never kind of balance it out on the other side, right? I wasn't an extravagant gift giver back then. I wasn't like hey, let's go out and let me treat you and kind of, I know I was going all night, but here's why I was going all night. There's this money here, there's these things here. Let me kind of show you. It won't make up for all the time I'm gone, but at least it'll be like,
It'll
okay,
be something.
It's something. It's a gesture to say, hey, I heard you.
It shows effort.
Yeah. I was like, hey man, you tripping. You tripping again? Like, oh my God. and keep in mind, there was women like yourself that were accomplishing things, building their resumes, all that. My wife is looking at that and saying, oh, Nick must want that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, no, it's like Janeé is the homie.
Right.
You know, Hannah's the homie.
Yeah.
Tracy, like, these people, Crystal Betts, these are people that I work with. These are my peers. These are people that I'm working up under in some form of fashion. It's not that, but again, when you're feeling a person pull away, you're like,
you're looking for a reason for it.
So it was, and again, I did a terrible job of making her feel, hey, this ain't that. Let me assure you and make you feel. I sucked at it. I wasn't good at that part of it. So
look at the accountability though. I'm really proud of you for that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so while we're on the personal side, you have done all this branding and marketing for all these artists, but your personal branding is also incredible. So I want to ask you about, when did you have that moment where you were like, I've done all this for other people, now it's my turn. What are the things that I actually want to do, and how do I, improve my skill set around that? Like, talk about the things you love to do. I love the social videos that you do and the writing that you do around food and community and, Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, I came up in the era of Puff and Dame and Irv and all of those guys who were branding themselves, even though they were the CEOs and the businessmen behind the scenes that were supposed to be behind the scenes, right? But these guys were very much front facing. So I saw that early on and I was like, okay, it took some getting used to, but I'm like, I think I should do that. But around 2011, 2012, something like that, I got really tired of the music business. I was like, all my life I wanted to do this. I've been in it for 4 or 5 years. I've had some success. I hate this thing.
Was it because there was no growth? It was just too much of the same?
It just was, it was stressful.
Yeah.
Jeezy was stressful. Not necessarily him too, but not just him, but just the business.
Yeah.
The politics and all of that. And I'm like, bro, I don't do that. I don't do that. But as the person that I am, I like to deal with people straightforward. I had friends at the time that I have friends to this that I'm really cool with now, but we had to have conversations. I'm like, bro, if we're gonna be friends, I can't be playing chess with you in every conversation. Like, either we're gonna be friends or we're gonna be doing a thing with each other. And I felt like that's what was happening. I would be like, yo, what up? And it was like we were sizing, or I was being sized up. And I'm like, but you my partner. Why we doing that?
No, but it happens.
I understand why me and him
much.
doing it. But why me and you doing it? So it was a lot of that. The money. I was making good money, but not great money. I'm young. I got kids. I'm seeing this Atlantic Station opens. You know, during this period, this was like when they first built Atlantic Station area.
And the 12 was like the hot spot to live.
And I'm seeing my friends moving to the 12, and I'm like, how the fuck y'all got 12 money?
Yeah.
I know I make more money than y'all, but again, I got these kids, right? So I'm like, okay, my money doesn't stretch. But I also found out that a lot of people that was moving to 12.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
You know, you go to somebody's house and they got like a mattress and
no furniture.
And it's like, oh, I could have done this.
Or maybe not even a mattress, but an air mattress.
Right. So it's like, oh yeah, if y'all gonna live in the 12 like this, sure, I could live in the 12 playing it this way, but it just was, I was stressed, and so I needed a creative outlet, so I started doing Bite Life. That's how the food stuff started. The one thing I did with my money, I was never a Louis Gucci guy. I was never into like fixing cars and old schools and nothing like that, but I love to eat out. I would be in the studio with Jeezy all night. After you ate McDonald's a million times, you're like, all right, what else is out there? That's how I discovered like R. Thomas. Discovered some of the restaurants that closed late, and I started putting people on to like, hey man, like if you don't want to eat a burger tonight, we can go over here. And that kind of just turned into a thing. So I became a food writer almost accidentally. I started writing, doing the food thing. That became a new life for me. I helped create Coalition DJs. So that became a thing as well, because all the DJs that I broke Jeezy through, I took them on and managed those guys. And it just kind of, you know, it was a springboard for everything else. Like, I just became a person around about the time I turned 30 where I was like, you know what? I'm cool. I'm cool enough. People know me. Like, I don't think anything I do, people will look at like, he's a sucker. It's like, no, I can make the food thing cool. I can make date night cool. I can make hanging with your kids cool. And I just kind of stuck with it. And it has worked tremendously well for me. I'm a big advocate of like, you know, daddy-daughter days and, you know what I'm saying, being a girl dad way before Kobe was a thing.
Yeah,
like,
I was
like,
excited
I've been doing
to
that.
have you come and talk about being a girl dad and your
Love
relationship, because I know you have great relationships with your kids.
Love it. Love it. I grew up with 3 brothers. My mama was the only woman in the house, so I couldn't wait to have
women or girl energy around.
Like I could not wait. So to end up with a bunch of girls was like fantastic. I'm really, really close to my girls. One of the hardest things in the world is when me and my ex-wife split. My oldest daughter took it extremely hard. So it took years to rebuild that. And that was another thing. You're like, you know, and that's something I've been very open about, and when I discuss about being in the music business. It's great, you make money, there's perks, you travel, you do all the stuff, but it does take a toll on everybody else. And my oldest daughter, and I've said this before, there's nothing worse in the world when you have money, you have stuff, and you can introduce your kids to 2 Chainz, and you can take them to a concert and all that, and your kid is like, I don't care about none of that. I don't even want to deal with you. You like,
how do I win this back?
Money doesn't fix it.
How do I fix this relationship?
Yeah, because in your mind you think money kind of fixes everything, and I'm like, yeah, if you got problems that money can fix, you in good shape. Because all you gotta do is get a couple bucks, and you can kind of work your thing out. When you got a child that doesn't want to deal with you, and you like, 1, I love you. 2, I can do stuff. I'm the cool dad. Like I can give you things. And she like, yeah, I'm cool. Stay at my mama's house. Yeah. And I'm gonna stay over there, like for real. Like I don't even wanna. No. If I come to see you, it's because she made me come see you. It's like, damn.
I can relate.
I'm a good dad.
When my mom and my stepdad got divorced, I was the same way. He was trying to get joint custody, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
See, that's heartbreaking.
And now our relationship is still kind of fractured because of it. I've tried to fix it multiple times, but it's just a tough thing.
It's tough.
Divorce is really tough on everybody, especially the kids. But I think we all, I know splits. Period. I think.
Period.
Yeah. It takes a lot of work and healing. How was that process for you, healing?
Healing from the divorce actually didn't take me long. I had already kind of moved on. I was ready to go. Healing with my oldest daughter, I would tell you, I mean, we're pretty much there, but I would tell you we're still working on it. Like it's been like
it takes work. It's like
a process. It's a
consistency
long
thing.
But I'm gonna tell you the weird thing. So my oldest daughter, like I said, she took it hard. My daughter after her, Kendall, one, I think because her mother was sad and her sister was sad, Kendall kind of took on the role of I'll kind of take care of them. But also Kendall was like, wait, 2 houses means 2 Christmases.
More stuff.
More stuff. Like she saw the immediate benefit.
How can I benefit from the
She saw the
situation?
immediate benefit of it. And so that's my buddy. She's at Howard now. Love her to death. That's my girl. Milana is actually Tiff's daughter.
Okay.
But love her just the same. We've had our little bumps and bruises, but that's my buddy. That's my little wild child. I just told her that she did something. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. Like, because me and her have definitely had the growing pains.
Yeah. The blending.
Yeah, the blending of family, and it was really tough because I got daughters. So here comes a new daughter who's not mine, but you know you're expected to love the other person's child like you love your own, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, but
right.
But it happened.
Yeah.
It happened. She got comfortable with me. I think she actually got comfortable with me first.
Okay.
And I was almost, and it wasn't anything she did. I just kind of felt bad getting so close to her when I got my 2 other daughters who are over there.
You're still working on those relationships.
So I'm like, I don't want them to feel like, oh, daddy just
replaced
everybody.
Yeah.
He replaced his wife and replaced, and I'm like, no, it's not that. Like, she's just really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, Milana cool as they come. That's my girl. And then finally we had Orion, my youngest daughter, and like she the world. She's the one. She's the superstar. She
the baby always is though, right?
The baby got it, man. She's picked up me and her mother's personality along with her sister's stuff. So she's everybody wrapped in one. So she's really slick as a 7-year-old. Like she's picked up bits and pieces of everybody's personality. So she acts significantly older than a 7-year-old. And she doesn't see the difference. Like my oldest daughter's 23, Kendall's 20, Milana's 19, then she's 7. She doesn't see the difference between her and them. She's like, where y'all going? Oh, y'all going to a party? Can I go?
Yeah.
They're like, no.
Girls' time.
And she's like, but why? Like, she has no idea, like, you're 7. She don't get it, man, but she's so cool. So, yeah, very proud of all my girls. It's been great having them.
Beautiful. Well, I got to talk to you about OneRPM a little bit. I know we had Orlando on the podcast.
I saw that. Great episode.
Thank you. Really enjoyed it. We didn't even, he's going to need a part 2 because we didn't even touch half of it. But he kind of spoke to it a little bit, what he's doing with OneRPM. But I wanted to ask you, since it's distribution, so I wanted to ask you about working with these independent artists, and I'm curious to know what is a mistake that you see independent artists making right now that's slowing their growth. Like, so just so we can speak to the independent artists out there right now, and maybe have them look at what they're doing and how they could be doing it better.
Okay, so for those that don't know, OneRPM is a music distribution company with marketing services. So we distribute, like the Atlanta office handles hip-hop, R&B, gospel, and Southern Soul. But we have offices in Nashville, Miami, LA, New York, Brazil. It's an international company. But on the hip-hop side, there's a couple of things that I see the artists doing wrong. One is you're in a numbers game. Unfortunately, that's just where we are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody acknowledges that that's where we are, yet very few people want to play in that game. It's really strange. So it's kind of like, I use this analogy all the time. Men always say, oh man, all these women out here, all they want is a guy with money. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, if you know that and you like women, you should probably go get some money, right?
Right.
Same thing with the music business. If you acknowledge that this is what the music industry is, it's about social media numbers and attention and streaming, then you be an asshole to just fold your arms and be like, this isn't fair. I don't like. It's like either get out the game or play the game that you see in front of you.
Right.
A lot of these artists are not playing the game that's in front of them. They're like, okay, cool. If you know that that's what we're doing, and that's not to say that we are, but if that's your perception of what's happening, go do that. Go get on social media and be active and get the numbers and get the attention. If you believe that those numbers are going to translate into you getting a bigger deal, getting more emotion and all this stuff. The rock artists that we see in some of the other offices, some of the pop artists, they do it really, really well. The hip hop artists are like, I'm just gonna do my own thing and it'll just happen. And I'm like, that's not
doesn't
how that
work
works
like
at all.
that.
The other thing that I see is poor management. Managers, either they're not managed at all, or they have managers that are
not doing what the job calls
yeah,
for.
and again, not familiar with the space. This digital space is fairly new,
It
right?
is. You and I have been in it for a long time, though, the digital space.
Yeah, the digital space. But
yeah,
very few people really know it.
Right.
The people, I'll tell you who really struggles. The artists that were signed at big labels and the executives that came from big labels. They're so used to doing it the traditional music business way that when you come to distro and the deals are different, the numbers are different, the leverage is different. Again, like, okay, for a major label, that deal might be 92-8, 92 in favor of the label, 8% going to the artist.
Right.
At OneRPM, the deals are 60-40,
Yeah.
artist way, 70-30, artist way, 80-20, artist way.
Wow.
So we can't support the business off of the 20% that we get, which means that we have to sign more artists.
Right.
So now, instead of having 10 to 15 artists that I concentrate on for a year, I have 70, 80.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's just me.
Yeah.
My counterpart, who you know,
Yeah.
she has another
Yeah.
70, 80. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the people that we're dealing with. And so that means that every week I got 20, 25 releases. And I'm trying to do marketing
That's a lot of work.
and support somebody
Yeah.
who's dropping the album. And I don't get a lot of time to spend on so-and-so
Each one,
because
yeah.
next week somebody else is coming.
Yeah.
So when we do get a priority that we're really excited about, and I do get a chance to like really, really like
Nurture
get in
it.
and
Yeah.
really deep dive into it, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
And then you get into it and you're like, oh no, like this manager is finna mess this up.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
the artist doesn't understand. Because a lot of these artists come over and all they know about the indie space is I get more money. They think this is a record label where they just get more money.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no, not quite. This
Yeah.
is distro. We take a little bit less risk, but in taking less risk, you get more money. But it also means that you got to carry more of the load.
Yeah. You have to do more of the work.
None of these
yourself.
artists want to carry
Yeah.
that load. They want all the stuff they would have got at a regular record label.
Yeah.
Just with
And
the
just
money
so
in their
we're
favor.
clear, when you say the stuff,
The marketing, the promotions, the touring, the support, the one-on-one hand holding, the escorted to the radio station, the charting, all of the things that you would get at a traditional record label, we can do them. But again, how we do it and the time
it's
frame,
not going to be the same way.
it's
as
not going to be
yeah.
it's not going to be the same way because there's just no time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if I had to hold every artist that we have hand,
You wouldn't be able to do it.
no,
Yeah.
it's not. It's impossible. Now that's not to say that we don't hold a few hands.
Right.
Like when we see, we're like any other company, right? We go where the numbers are. If we see an artist that we know is like the revenue is coming in, the streams are coming in, well, we need to go support that and get behind it and stand next to it and then add the thing that we do. But if it's not there, I
Yeah.
got to give you.
They got to make it. They got to get it there before you can help them. You got to help sometimes you got to help yourself before somebody else is going to help
Artists suck at that. Artists suck at that. You know what artists really suck at? Making friends.
you. Oh yeah.
So for me, somebody who's always made friends everywhere,
Yeah.
talking to people, I'm like,
have
if you were
it's
nice
the
to me,
relationships. Yeah.
I might do it. I can
Yeah.
nudge. I can call Janeé and be like, yo, you should get him on the
Can
the
you
pod.
get a podcast?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'm
article?
like, but if I hate your guts,
Then no.
I'm not calling Janeé for
Yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I do that?
And you also know, like, you only get so many favors. That's just how it is.
That's just how it is. So
Yeah.
I wish artists knew how much just being likable meant. And how much being aware of your business meant, and just how much having the right people around meant to your career.
Well,
I think
maybe
they
they'll
do
be
everything differently.
listening. Maybe they'll listen now.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'm going to get into a couple things that are regular aspects of the show. We got
on.
a segment called See, Stream, and Skip.
All right.
So I want to talk about, there's a new film called Project Hail Mary, starring Ryan Gosling. That is my C for this week.
Okay.
So basically, Ryan Gosling is playing a science teacher, and Earth is in trouble. We're always in trouble because
Always.
of the climate stuff. And
Meteor or aliens? What's coming?
I'm not gonna give it away.
Oh, okay.
But there's the planet is in danger.
Okay.
And so he goes into space to try to save the planet and meets another life form. Is that what you would consider an alien? Like
Sure.
another life form?
Yeah.
And so that life form is trying to save their planet, and they forge a relationship. And in the meantime, there's all the government officials who may or may not care whether or not he lives or dies. So it's a
Okay.
lot going on.
All right.
But it just in light of the fact, the dinosaurs are gone. So there's a chance one day so will we.
Okay.
Be gone.
I'm with it.
And I think that premise has always appealed to me. I'm a sci-fi person.
All right.
For my stream this week, I'm loving Baby Keem Casino Project.
Solid.
I want my hip hop heads to check it out. If you haven't heard it yet, why? Like, you need to be listening to that.
For sure.
I love the touches that Kendrick puts on it. I'm a big fan of Infinity song, and so Momo Boyd, I was happy to see her on the project. It's really solid. It's an easy listen, under an hour. It's a great stream.
Okay.
For Skip, I'm dealing with migraines. So I'm going to tell everybody to cut down on the screen time. I'm like 90% sure that the screen time is doing me like in. I've been doing more Zooms with the event production stuff. I'm talking 5-6 Zooms a day. And then I'm still trying to look at my phone for threads, and the font is, I'm getting, that's why I got the glasses
Threads
on
is
right
tiny.
now, because my eyes are hurting. So for skipping, I would just say skip the screen time. I think we're all a little too addicted to our devices.
Very much so.
We have to take breaks. Obviously, we can't stop working entirely. We can't completely put the laptops down, but just make sure you're taking the time to rest. And then you brought up something to me, which is the sleep factor.
Go to sleep.
You give yourself some time to heal.
I go to sleep all the time. I love it.
All the time. What does that
Love
mean?
it.
Like, you go
I
to
love a
bed.
good nap.
You go to bed early.
What? I can't wait to get a good nap. No, I'm suck at that. Now, I'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll go to sleep at like 10, 11. Wake up at 3, do some work, go back to sleep around 5. Now, I don't love that, but that's who I am.
Do you naturally wake up like that, or is an alarm part of the process?
No, it's natural.
Wow.
I've always naturally woken up.
So you sleep like 5 hours at a time, or 4 hours at a time, or something? Okay.
But then I just pop off. Just no coffee, no energy drinks, just ready to rock. It's weird.
Okay. I wish I could get to sleep at 10 o'clock. I start trying
That's new though.
to get ready.
That's new.
Oh, okay.
I just started that.
Okay.
That's
I was about to say.
No, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just this super. No,
I
this
gave
ain't that.
myself a 1 o'clock bedtime, right? Because typically I get up around 8. So that said, that's still 7 hours of sleep, right?
But I read.
But I don't ever get 7 hours of sleep. I get like 5 or 6.
I read an article one time that was like, that whole thing where like you're getting tired and you're fighting sleep, trying to finish some work. That's the least productive that you ever are. So you're better off just once you feel it, just go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then wake up and get back to it versus trying to like push yourself for another hour and a half. You're getting nothing done for real in that hour and a half. So once I read that, I was like, you know what? Straight to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't care. 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever.
Hilarious.
Going to sleep. I love it. Best thing I ever did.
That's funny. That's funny. Now, I will say when I have those freelance deadlines, when I am feeling that way, I won't push through. I will typically say, I'm going to have to get up early and get this done.
Nah.
The problem comes, my time was you're talking about where you start fighting sleep. Sometimes that happens for me at 2 in the afternoon.
Same.
Okay.
I go to sleep. 2 in the afternoon. Hey, I leave the office. I'll just leave.
Okay.
That's the beauty of working in the music
I
business.
was about
I don't
to
have a clock to
say,
punch. Nobody's like, where's Nick going? You're supposed to be here till
Must
5.
be nice. Yeah.
I'll see y'all later. I'm good. I'm taking on in. I go home, get some sleep, and I'm back 5 o'clock. I'm back ready to rock. And they like, damn, Nick is a worker. He's just scheduling emails for the next day. They like, man, Nick's sending emails at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I love that schedule
rolling.
sends
What?
where like whenever you kind of get that
text.
burst of energy.
I schedule everything.
Oh, schedule text. You have to ask Siri to do it?
No,
No,
you can
iPhone
go
got
in.
the new update. Send later.
Okay.
Schedule the text. You send
Okay.
you can send all the girls to Good Morning Beautifuls. You do what? Come on, man.
Hilarious.
Like, listen. I send emails out there like, man, Nick is a trooper. He's 7:30 in the morning. I'm still.
That doesn't make you less of a trooper. It just means that you're working smarter and not harder.
I'll be in the gym. I'll be in the
That's
gym by that
good.
time. And
Listen, at our age, you got to.
yeah, I love it.
So I like to close every episode with the affirmation.
Okay.
And I usually am guided by whatever I'm going through at the moment. So I'm just going to say my affirmation of the week, which is I am allowed to rest without explaining myself. It fits right in with what you were saying. My peace is productive. Every no I give to exhaustion is a yes to the life I'm actually building. You like that?
I like that.
like that
Poetic.
Thanks.
You have a way with words. You should probably be a writer.
I should probably be a writer.
You should look into that. You should look into that.
That's hilarious. Well, Nick Love, I really appreciate you joining us. I've been looking forward to this episode for a while. We've been trying to get you on here.
Thank you for having me. I loved it.
Yes,
Zada,
I'm glad.
nice meeting you as well.
It was great meeting
East side.
Yeah, the East Side is strong
Very
today.
much so.
Yes.
Yeah, you done had all these South Side guys, and you had Ray on. Ray
Ray is coming back too.
I'm sure. He always got more to say.
Yes,
Ray my guy though. Yeah, that's my guy.
You're also welcome to come back anytime you have something you want to promote, or you're a friend of the show. So whenever you want to come back, if you want to bring a daughter with you,
you know what? Yeah, let's do that. We do daddy daughter interview day.
I would love that.
We can just interview her. Just see what she got to say.
Okay.
I'm sure she got a lot to say. A lot on her mind. Plaguing the 7-year-old psyche.
Hilarious.
You know?
Well, I want to thank our audience for tuning in to another episode of Hey Janeé Podcast. This is my love letter to the world, my way of saying, hey world, and of course I want to hear it back.
Hey Janeé.
Hey Janeé.
Cheese.